guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're all doing really well. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make flapjacks at home. So flapjacks are super easy to make. If you've never made them before, you probably don't know how easy they are. They only require a few ingredients which you might have on hand, and they are just so good. So you can keep them completely plain if that's how you like them. But I did add just a little bit of chocolate on the top because I just like that extra bit of sweetness and chocolate. I mean, who can say no to that? So yeah, I thought I'd share this really quick, easy, simple way of making flapjacks at home for anyone who hasn't done it before, or maybe you have and you just wanted to follow a new recipe. I don't know, but I'm gonna put it out there for you guys anyway. So I just want to mention that in this video, you are not going to get exact measurements when I show you how I do it. However, while I was doing this, I did write everything down, and I do have exact measurements, which I will leave in the description box below. So if you do want to follow along this exact recipe, then just head down there and you'll see everything listed with its measurements and things like that. And the reason why I don't tell you while I'm actually doing it is because when I make flapjacks, I don't exactly go with exact measurements. I just pour everything in and I add as I go. I taste it as well, add more sugar if you need to and things like that. So while I was filming this, I was literally doing it like that, but I was writing down on the side as to how much of everything I was using. So these flapjacks last really well for a few days. I normally just let them sit in the fridge for a few days in an airtight container. And yeah, they just taste better, I think, the longer they sit. So like on day 2, I feel like they taste even better because everything has just set really well. So yeah, I'm going to share this quick video with you. I hope you really enjoy it. And if you are a fan of flapjacks, then please try out this recipe if you don't already know how to make them at home or you've just never done it before. So yeah, let me know how you like them and we'll get straight into it. So first up, I've got a saucepan over a medium to low heat, and I'm going to be adding a big block of butter in there. So I'm going to let that melt slowly, and next I am going to squeeze in some golden syrup. And next up, we are going to add in some brown sugar as well. And now we are going to let all 3 ingredients just melt together and combine really well. So once everything has melted down nicely, you want to start adding in your oats. So you will see here that I'm going to add some oats in. I'm going to give it a quick mix, and the mixture is just too wet at this point. And that's why I mentioned at the start of the video that I'm not going to have exact measurements while I am showing you how I made this. So as you see, I'm just adding things bit by bit. And I'm just going to keep stirring until I am happy with the consistency. So you don't want this to be super dry and you don't want it to be too wet either. So kind of in the middle, and this is how it was, and I was happy with this. So next up, I have got a baking tray and I've lined it with some parchment paper. And next up, I'm going to be adding in the oat mixture directly into the baking tray. Now, what I'm going to be doing is just using my spatula to really flatten down the oat mixture. You want to get it as flat as possible. You want to make sure you get it right into the edges. So I do start off with the spatula, and then I do switch to a spoon because it kind of helps a little more to get into the edges. And like I said, you can really press down and get it as flat as you possibly can. So I'm just going to use this until I am happy with the way it's looking, and I'll just give you a quick closer look. This is how flat I managed to get it. So now it's time to bake. So I baked mine in the high Sapientia air fry oven on the middle shelf. Now for the temperature, I did turn it right down to 150 degrees Celsius and I left it for 12 minutes. And once the 12 minutes was up, this is how it was looking. You're not waiting for this to go totally golden brown, just slightly is fine. Now let this cool a little bit, and in the meantime, we're gonna grab some chocolate. I've got milk chocolate and I've melted it right down, so it's nice and smooth. And now for the best bit, you wanna pour this directly over the flapjacks. And then I kind of didn't want to go in with a spoon or a spatula, so all I did was just tilt the actual tray until all of the oats were completely covered in the milk chocolate. And now is the time that you need to be patient, because as good as it looks, you do not want to cut it at this point. It will all start to crumble and fall apart. So pop this in the fridge for a few hours until it has set completely. So fast forward a few hours and our flapjack has been setting in the fridge for a few hours now, and it is now ready to be cut into. So I'm just going to take it out of the baking tray and take it away from the parchment paper, and just look at that, a slab of flapjack with chocolate on top. Honestly, this is so tasty. You have to try it out. So before I actually cut into it, I did just score out the sizes of the pieces that I was going to do. But in the end, I actually went for smaller sizes because it is quite rich. You don't want a huge piece of flapjack. So anyway, I'm going to cut into it, and then I'll just show you how one of the pieces was looking. It had set beautifully, like I said, and honestly, these are just so good. They are delicious. My kids love them as well. We all love them in this house. So please try these out if you like the look of them. So there you have it, guys. That is how you can make really easy flapjacks at home. Like I said, it's a super simple recipe to follow. You just need to throw everything together, and yeah, you just need to bake it for literally just a little while, and then everything just sits in the fridge for a bit until it has cooled and it has set really well. But you do want to only make these as a treat, of course, because of the butter and the sugar and things like that. You don't want to be eating these too often, but here and there is absolutely fine. So like I said, if you do enjoy flapjacks and you want to give this recipe a go, then please do so, and also do let me know down in the comments down below if you enjoyed it and how it all turned out. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you all really soon in my next one.